Alice.
And I'm Sophie.
And we are co-founders and directors of The Joyful. And we are creating a couple of videos for International Women's Day because there were a couple of things that we felt really pertinent to talk about. And we're taking the advantage of actually being in the same room together, which is a rarity over the last 2 years. So the first thing we want to talk about in this video is authentic marketing. And in particular, marketing with the intention of championing marginalised communities. Together, we identify as members of various marginalised communities. So the community of women, queer community, and the neurodiverse community. And so when we talk about building community, we know firsthand the importance of connecting with like-minded individuals who get you, who understand your struggles, and who want to support you. So that's why we wanted to do this video. And Sophie, anything you want to say about community and authentic marketing before we kick off into the crux of it?
I was just going to jump straight into the crux of it, but...
you can do that too, that's fine.
Well, I think especially since everything that's happened with the pandemic and being so isolated in so many ways, business leaders actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but we've been really holding the economy up during this time. And it's something like 98% of British businesses are small businesses, and those small businesses have, on the whole, not had that much support at all through this pandemic. Their leaders have been fiercely working to keep everything afloat. And especially for marginalised groups and female business owners who already have less opportunities, and we don't need to educate you about that, it's just a fact. For those who are watching this, and if you identify as being from a marginalised community, you will understand just how much more challenging, in an already challenging landscape, the last couple of years have been. And to have support from your community, to have support from the wider consumer community, to really pioneer, and by pioneer I mean it is as simple as supporting small local businesses run by marginalised groups. And yes, this is International Women's Day, but we really include everybody within marginalised groups in this, because while it's really important to champion women, I think we can all understand the barriers and the obstacles that we all face.
Yeah.
So let's just jump in.
Yeah.
Because there's something that's playing on our mind a little bit.
So we kind of... We say we don't like ranting, but we do like having a bit of a rant.
I think we really like ranting.
I think we are the joyful, and ranting is good and necessary for the soul sometimes. So as business owners who identify as women, we have been approached a lot in the run-up to International Women's Day by marketing organisations with subject lines like, "You have been nominated as Businesswoman of the Year. You've been nominated as a top in the top 100 women in tech," or
"You're an inspiring leader who's a woman."
Yeah, and your business has been nominated in one of the top 10 women-led businesses in the country. So you click into this email,
going, "What, me? Little me?
What, me?" And it flatters your ego, and it tells you all of this stuff about the award you're going to win and how you were selected, and then you get all the way down to the bottom, and it says, "And to have this award, we are asking for sometimes anything upwards of $1,000 to have you and your business featured."
Yeah, or it's an article, and the publication in question has said that they want to feature some inspiring women within the community, and they go, "Oh, and you're going to have this whole kind of part of the spread." All you have to do is send over your own headshots, your own copy and content for it. We will give you the valuable pages, and it will only cost you X amount of hundred, and even up to £15,000.
Yeah.
£15,000 to create the content and have it featured.
Yeah.
And, you know, we understand, we work in marketing and advertising, we understand that this is probably coming with the best intentions, and these businesses have also suffered through what has been a really difficult time, and they're looking to make money too. But there is a huge problem with this. There is a really huge problem with this, because you are essentially asking people from already marginalised groups to use their time and energy, and the fact that they are from a marginalised group, tick, you get to then sell more publications because you're looking like you're celebrating them, and they have to pay for the privilege.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's not authentic.
Yeah. And I think as well, it really, like, there's a moment as a business owner where you work so hard and you put, like, particularly if you know, and by kind of marginalised groups, basically anyone that is not a cisgender white man has had to overcome a particular struggle or set of struggles or intersecting struggles to get where they are. And I think, you know, for us, we are a self-funded, women-led business, queer-led business, neurodiverse-led business. Like, we have really put our blood, sweat, tears, energy. And to have an email that, first of all, you know, gets to you emotionally by saying, like, well done, your hard work's been really recognised, but then just turns out to be an advertising plea. Like, that not only feels so fundamentally inauthentic, because the businesses getting featured in those publications are not the businesses who are the best. They are the businesses with the biggest budgets already, so then they still are the ones getting the platform and the exposure. But, you know, also it's so fundamentally inauthentic, because you don't actually want to champion that person. You don't want to champion that community. If you really did, you would do it for the sake of the content. Yeah. Not for the money that you could potentially extract from them.
And very few of these articles would say on them, these X amount of women that we have featured, each paying X amount of hundreds of pounds, means that the cost for us of this article is X amount of thousands of pounds, therefore this is an ad.
Yeah.
None of them will have that on them, because this is a kind of a way to get around basically advertorial.
Yeah.
And it goes against everything that we stand for at The Joyful.
Yeah.
And what is the point of us coming on here to talk about this? Well, it's quite cathartic to have a bit of a rant. But also just to implore, if those of you who are watching this think that someone's approached you and offered you the opportunity of being featured at a cost, there are so many more opportunities that will be available for you where you don't have to pay to be celebrated.
Yes.
So many opportunities to collaborate or to contribute to publications that have authenticity at their heart. Say no to the ones that are asking for your money, and trust that actually there'll be someone else who is totally more than happy and would be privileged to be able to give you a platform.
Yeah.
And also, us as The Joyful, we're creating a piece of content for International Women's Day, which we'll put the link down below, which celebrates some of the people in our community, the women in our community, across a whole range of other communities as well, intersectional communities as well.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this or watching this and reading that article, and you feel like you really have something to say and you're looking for a platform, we are always happy to feature the stories, the triumphs, the insights of incredible leaders within our community for absolutely free, because that's how it should be, unless there is a specific, this is the kind of deal that you're entering into, advertorial agreement in place. PR really should not be something that you have to pay for when someone is offering a platform to celebrate you.
Completely. And if you are a business and you are using this advertising tactic, we're not necessarily saying it's bad or labeling it wrong, but we just ask you to think really, really carefully about the communities that you're approaching and what you are asking them for when you do this kind of outreach. And if you are reaching out to a community that you are not part of, that has less privilege than you hold, just really think before you are asking them for money.
Yeah, and with that in mind, we did call out the practices of a couple of the people couple of the publications who have got in touch with us. And we were very polite about it, and we completely, again, really encourage any of you who've had a similar experience to do the same. Just, again, to educate people, because I really think most people are doing the best they can.
100%.
And we had amazing responses.
Yeah.
So this really isn't a, like, wagging our finger or telling anyone they're wrong. This is just let's be really considerate about the impact of how we are behaving, especially around things like awareness days that celebrate groups of people, if we ourselves are not in those groups of people. Do not use awareness days just to make yourself more money or to get yourself more noticed without considering the impact of what it's actually like to be from those communities.
Yeah.
Be a champion. Always. Like,
there we go. Be a champion always.
Yes, and happy International Women's Day. And again, we would love to hear from you. If you have anything to contribute or comment, then please do let us know.
The joyful door is always open.
Thank you. Bye-bye.